Hello, hello, hello. Warm welcome to all our viewers today. You are watching live with Gaurav Tekriwal. That's me, and I am the founder of the Vedic Maths Forum India. And it's a pleasure to see you all on the channels where you may be watching on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, and other channels. Pleasure to be here with you today. And today I have a very, very exciting show lined up where we'll be talking to youth stars of today. They're in grade 3 or grade 5, and they all have accomplished achievement to show. And they all, the best thing about them is that they all love Vedic maths. And we're going to find out more about them today. So I would like to welcome the first guest we have is Adya Keria. She's from Kolkata and she has authored a book as well. But before I spill all the beans about her, let me invite her to my show. Hello, Adya, how are you?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Adya. So, welcome to the live show with Gaurav Tekriwal. How do you feel? Do you like it so far
Yes,
yet?
I love it interacting with you.
It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure, Adya. So,
Yes.
let's all welcome Adya. The warm welcome to you. So, tell us something about yourself. What do you like and something else? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm from modernized school for girls, and my passion is to read books, write stories. I
Wow.
also cook, and in fact, my favorite subject is maths, and I love Vedic maths. My best trick in Vedic maths is the squaring of the numbers ending with 5. So I also love the subject science, but actually I like maths more than science because it's all to do with numbers, and I love numbers.
Wow, that's exciting. We'll come back to you and talk to you loads about Vedic maths. But tell me, you authored a book, right? And I have it right here. I must show it to all my people and viewers here. And this is the article. There you go. There you go. Absolutely. So, how did the story happen? And the Cinderella and the uninvited party guest. And I believe I read it, and it was so inspiring even to me at this age. So, how did it happen? Tell me about that first.
So I can read one paragraph from my story. So,
Yes.
um, so the name of the story is Cinderella and the Uninvited Party Guest. So one day there was a sweet and fun-loving girl named Cinderella. She was the princess of Genovia and lived in a magnificent and beautiful palace. She invited all her friends to her grand palace for a royal party. There were lots of games and a beautiful cake. Invitations were sent to all her friends. On the day of the party, her friends came with lots of gifts for Cinderella. She was the charm of the party and was dazzling in a white gown made of Swarovski crystals. She looked like a fairy from heaven. Cinderella welcomed her friends with the warmest hugs. Do you want to know what her friends got? So, for that, you can buy my book in bookosmia.com. It's right there in bookosmia.com. So, please, you can buy it or read my story from Bookosmia. The rest of the story.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, I'm floored by you reading the book on our show today and your story. So tell me, what is your next story going to be about?
I have not decided yet, but I think it can be like the times I felt spent with my family or something like that,
That's,
or the best trip ever that I have had, and
wow,
the experiences I have experienced there.
wow. You also believe in miracles, don't you?
Yes.
So tell us about one, a recent miracle which happened with you or Something nice. Tell us about that.
So the miracle was that I wrote this book only because I believed in miracles. I could write this book.
Wow, that's so inspiring. That's so inspiring, Adya. So, who inspires you the most?
So actually, I my grandmother inspired me the most because when I was a I was a fast writer. So I loved to read books when I was small also, and I was inspired by my grandmother because whenever I was small, she used to she used to put me off to sleep by reading a fairy tale from any fairy tale like Cinderella and Rapunzel or any fairy tale. And the best fairy tale was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So I love that fairy tale, and I wouldn't go off to sleep without listening to one fairy tale from my grandmother. And when my grandmother was not at home, so my mother used to read the fairy tales for me, but I loved fairy tales and listening to fairy tales. And my mother is a story educator, so I have been inspired from her also to write stories. But the most I've been inspired by my grandmother because she has only inspired me in writing fairy tales and believing in miracles.
Wow, that's so nice. That's so nice, Adya. So I believe you like maths. But before I go into your interest for math, I would like to invite another guest who is the same grade as you. We have Ninad Dixit. So we're going to invite Ninad. Hello, Ninad. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi,
How are you, Ninad? How are you doing?
I'm good.
So tell us something about yourself, Ninad.
So, I like cricket, maths a lot. I really like maths. I like solving Rubik's cubes, puzzles.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting that you like Rubik's Cube. Can you solve a Rubik's Cube? Yes?
No, I can't.
No, not yet, but you're trying, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's great.
I can. I also like spending time with family and celebrating holidays and studying history.
So you didn't mention which school are you from?
Oh, I'm living in Australia. I go to Epping North Public School. I'm in grade 5.
Super. So you said you like maths and you like Vedic maths as well with us. So which is your favorite method?
Mm, division with 9 probably.
Oh,
Division with
really?
9
Wow,
or,
that's
or
fantastic.
squaring. Yeah.
Super. So tell us more about that, about the Vedic math
Um,
methods, and is it really helping you in school?
yeah, I'm using them in school, and I've actually started asking my friends, hey, do you want help with maths? I can teach you a new technique of how to solve questions easier. Most of them say no.
Ah, super. So Adya, you were talking to me just before we went live. You were talking to me about your favorite Vedic math method. So tell us about it. Do you like that?
So I like squaring by the digits ending by 5 because I feel it's very easy and um, like it's easy because like suppose I give you 35 multiplied by 35, so we already know that 25 is at the last. We just need to find numbers before 25. So for that we just 35 in 35 3 is in the tens place. So one number ahead of 3 is 4, so I multiply 3 with 4 and I get 12. So I my number would be 1225. So it's very easy as it is the most easiest calculation in Vedic maths that I've experienced.
Okay, that's nice. So I'll just take a time out for 1 second. I would like to ask viewers who are watching us live right now to send in your questions on chat. If you're on Facebook, you can just post a comment and we'll get it and we'll display that for our young students, Adya and Ninad. So if you have any queries, you can post that right in the chat, or you can connect with us on the number given below, right? So that is there. So I just want to say hi to Mr. Because, still yours because he's from Greece and he's thanking us for taking time to broadcast. So you're more than welcome. At this point, I would like to welcome another young student. His name is Dwapayan Sigdar. So I just would like to welcome him right now. Let me talk to him a bit.
Yeah,
Hello,
thank you,
Dwapayan.
sir.
How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us something about yourself, Dwapayan.
I'm Devan Sikdar. I'm 9 years old. I study in Garden High School. I live in Kolkata, and my hobby is painting. And my favorite subject is maths. In in this Vedic maths classes, my favorite method is multiplication by 11 because I think it is very easier to do. Like if we tell that what is 25 into 11, so we will know the answer in our mind. Like in our school, I tell my many friends that do you want to know a new trick about maths, and I know from them many things, and I I help them to know many things.
Wow. So what inspires you to learn maths, especially Vedic maths?
What inspire because in Vedic maths and many difficult maths, we will learn easier how to do them.
Super, super. So Ninad, tell me something. In Australia, when you show your friend the trick, which is the favorite trick they like? Tell me about that one.
Before I show them the trick, they say no.
Why do they say no? Because they know that you have some good abilities.
No, because they sometimes they think that they're better at math than me, which is sometimes true. Because my friends are good at maths as well.
Okay, so we need to brush up your Vedic math and help you succeed and gain some better grades as well, right?
Yeah.
Super. At this point, I would like to invite Ujwala also in the call. So let me just get her live.
Mm.
Hello, Ujwala.
Okay,
How are you?
screenshot.
Hello, Ujwala. We can't hear you. Can you speak a little louder and close to the mic? Some error because I can't hear you yet, Ujwala. We'll come back to you. Maybe you can just restart your laptop and come back. Yeah. So in the meanwhile, we can't
Sir,
hear
may
you,
I
Ujwala.
drink water?
Pardon me, Dwapayan?
May I drink water?
Of course, you can drink water. And while Dwapayan is taking the water break, we have some comments which I would like to share. So Nishta
Okay.
says, "Hello, sir. Your sessions on Vedic Maths are really helpful for us. Thank you, Nishta." And then we have Mr. Pavas Kheria, who is proud of Adya. And then there is the message which we have from Shantini Sen. And hello, everyone. A lovely crew today. We all know how Vedic maths makes a calculation faster, but how can a working person benefit out of it? So I'm not going to answer this right now. I'm going to ask maybe Adya to explain how can we apply Vedic maths in a working life or a working profession. Tell me about that, Adya.
So, in a working life, in a working profession, you can make Vedic maths calculations. You can use Vedic maths calculations in your working life, as it helps you in many things. It helps you in calculating bills. It helps you in calculating many other things too in working.
Yeah, so I just want to add to that that if you are learning Vedic maths and if you're at a shop, say, and there's a 10% discount or a 20% discount, you can immediately calculate how much to pay the shopkeeper after deducting the discount, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and even if you are buying a lot of things together, say, if you're buying two bottles of perfume, two oranges, five bananas, or whatever, you can use
Yes.
Vedic maths to total it up together.
Yes.
And there's so many other
Because
applications. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
So we can calculate all the bills, like all the items, the prices of the items faster, as it says that Vedic maths helps to make the calculations faster. So that is why I think Vedic maths will help a lot of people, as it helps me a lot. So I think if you give it a try, you will love it, and I think it will help you very much.
Right, at this point, we are flooded with comments right now. I want to share some comments with our viewers. Abhiroz Gill says hi, sir. And then we have Sujata Singh, who is thankful for the session. And then we have Rishika Anand and Sampriti also. Sampriti says, how does Vedic math apply to regular school maths? So, Ninad, you want to give an answer to that one? Have you felt Vedic maths? How does it help for regular school maths?
So in school, they give me like they give us the over here hard questions involve 3 by 3 digit. So they give us those questions, and I use Vedic maths to finish those questions. And in division, if I find, let's say, a division by 9 thing is like one of my things is divide by 9,
Yeah.
then I use the division by 9 to help that like solve it quicker and easier. So it's usually easier for me than normal maths. It
Absolutely.
makes
Ujjwala, you want to
sense.
answer that question? Ujjwala, you need to answer that question. Can't hear you. Anyways, Dwapayan, you want to take answer that question a bit?
How does Vedic math apply in regular school? In regular school, after the exam, we can cross check our maths that it is correct or not by the Vedic maths, like Vedic maths by using.
Yeah. So you have a checking tool as well, which is important to check your
Or
answer.
we can use Vedic maths in mental maths too.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of applications. So we have Sudeshna963 who says, part of you, Adyash, I'm from MSS too, so both of you can connect. And then there's a question, I think, Sonia Karmaka, the teacher of Adya, I'm proud of her. So Sonia is teaching you Vedic maths, right, Adya?
Yes, sir.
Super. You want to say something about her?
So she's very generous and she's very kind. So she's a very good teacher, and like she, whenever I have a doubt or a problem, she explains me straight away, and like the way of the way she explains is it like she explains me in the best way, and like she explains me very nicely the tricks. If I don't understand anything, she always guides me.
Super. Ninad, who's your teacher from Vedic Maths India?
Her I just know her first name. Her name is Arpita ma'am.
Yes, Arpita Ghosh is one of our teachers. You want to say something about her?
She's a really good teacher, and she clears all my doubts. In fact, most of the time she doesn't leave me with doubts because she explains so clearly. I easily pick it up because of her like easy explanation, so I don't have any doubts most of the time.
The Pine, who's your teacher?
My teacher is Sampriti ma'am. She's a very good teacher because she always clear up my doubts and I love her.
Super, super. So we have Tuhin Chakravarti who says, thank you for this very wonderful session, sir. Always enjoy your session. And then there is Jagriti Sharma who sends in, learning Vedic math is difficult and how much time will it take to learn the 16 sutras? Is learning Vedic math difficult for you guys? Yes, no?
No.
Mm, No, sir.
No, 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 not at all.
Kunal, you want to add to that? Just answer Jagriti.
Me? Me,
Yeah,
sir?
yeah. So is
Uh,
learning very much difficult? Yeah. Go
no,
ahead.
it's not because like they're easier calculations, and a very profound like someone who is good at maths. He founded the Vedic maths things. Like he founded the base of Vedic maths and made all 16 sutras, and so that's why it's not difficult, and the way that most of the teachers explain it, it's also not difficult to learn because they they explain it in a quick way, and it's very quick to calculate.
Super. Ada, you want to add to that? You want to answer this question?
Yes. So for the second question, for the first question, I feel that it is not difficult at all to learn Vedic maths. And how much time does it take to learn the 16 sutras? So if you're fast in calculation and you want to make it even faster, you can learn Vedic maths. And if you're fast in like calculations, you can learn 16 sutras in like around 4 to 5 days. If you're quick and if you're like a slow learner, you may take time to learn 16. So it's like a, 2 weeks or a fortnight or a month or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to expand on that a bit. So how much time did it take? So we offer grade levels, and 3 months of courses in Vedic maths gives you an idea as to how can you calculate faster and be better at maths. But I want to invite Ujjwala one last time. Let me see if I can get a feedback from here. Ujjwala, can you hear me? You want to answer this question? Is learning Vedic maths difficult for you, Ujjwala?
Sir,
Hear you, dear, but okay, never mind. Yes,
sir,
the point.
can
Tell
I
me.
join? Can I join the Vedic math classes again for class 4?
Of course, because there'll be new methods, new worksheets. You'll learn something new. So of course you can join. Okay, so there is another message from Abhiroz Gill. Please join me in the session. Is Abhiroz? I think he must be watching us. Sonia says, "Thank you, Adya." She just sent a message of thank you. She's watching you live. So there's a question: is Vedic math related to school maths? So at the point, Vedic math is absolutely related to school maths because you can do school math much faster, much better. What do you think, Ninad? Ninad, your voice.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's pretty related to school maths because like the questions, they are also related to school maths, and like the ways of answering helps in school maths. So yeah, it's definitely related to school maths, and it helps me in school maths. It should probably help most people in school maths.
wow, wow. So, Pine, what do you think?
Vedic math? Yes, Vedic maths is obviously related to school maths. While doing the school maths, we can use Vedic maths, and the maths will always get correct. Like in my school, I always in the mental math sums. If there are like the difficult sums, everyone says to ma'am, but I didn't. I just do it by using the Vedic maths.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ada, you want to add to that?
I think the same as Nenad and the Dvaipayan said, but I think it's related to school maths, as it helps in mental maths, as the Dvaipayan said, and
Yes.
and I think it's related to school maths as it makes calculations faster. Even if there is a assessment or an exam going on, you can use the tricks to make submit on time and make your like calculations faster. Even if you have less time in an assessment, you can use the tricks, the methods, tricks or sutras of Vedic maths to make your calculations faster and submit the assessment on time.
Super. There's a message from Sudha Keria. She said, "Thank you, Vedic Maths, for making calculations easy for all." There's another message, I think, proud of all the bright children and Adya as well. And there's a last question which I want to take, and then we're going to wrap it up quickly. What are the basic math operations children must know before start learning Vedic maths? Quickly. So we start with Dwapayan. Tell me, Dwapayan, what are the basic math operation a child must know before starting to learn Vedic
Mm.
maths?
Uh, when I started to learn Vedic maths, in first I only learned the 11 multiplication for 2 digits. After that, I slowly learned all the other digits.
Super, super, Ninad. What do you think?
So, the basic ones are probably multiplication by 11 and multiplication by 12, because they are the ones that I started off with when I started learning Vedic maths.
What do you think, Adya?
So the same thing. So I also started multiplication by 11, and then I started multiplication from 11 to 19 in Vedic maths. That was the first step,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
that's all, I think.
Ujjwala, you want to answer this last question which we have? If we can hear you, just try this question. What are the basic math operations children must know before start learning math? So, what do you think, Ujjwala?
So basically, I think like
I can hear you
before,
now. Good, good, good. Go ahead, go ahead.
so basically, before learning, starting learning Vedic math, we should first know that tables and like that.
Yeah, so I just want to ask you another question. What do you think of Vedic maths? And tell also something about yourself because we didn't hear that in the beginning because of the lack of audio. So, tell us that. Which school and what grade are you in?
I am in. I live in Delhi, and my school is Sri Ram Global School, and I'm in grade six.
Super. So, how has Vedic maths helped you all these days when you started learning them?
When I started learning Vedic math, it was really, really, really good. It helped me a lot in my mental maths and math.
Super, super. Thank you, Ujwala. So we have come right at the end of today's session. If you guys have questions, you can ask me. I didn't give you a chance for that. If you have any question, Nina, Adya, ask me now. Let's
I have
start
a
with Nina.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my question is, when exactly did Vedic maths start? Because I think there was also an, like, while I was studying history, I came across this, um, that there was also a different way that they used, like back when the Harappan civilization was there, like really long ago.
Yeah.
They used a different.
Have you heard of Arabhatta and the ancient Indian mathematicians like Varaha
Yeah, I
Mihira?
have. Yeah.
So they
The
used to
one who
calculate very,
created
very
zero, Aryabhatta. Yeah,
exactly. So, so they really can calculate that so many millions of years ago, they could calculate the distance between the Earth and the Moon, the Earth and the Sun. So, can you imagine how these calculations were done? So, these
Vedic
calculations
maths.
were done with an oral technique of calculation, or what is also known as Vedic math. But down the years, the calculation technique was lost. But it was revived by the father of Vedic math, whose name is Sri Bharti Krishna Tirthaji Maharaja. He was an Indian saint and known as Tirthaji, and he wrote a book which was published in 1965. And it is in that book that all the 16 sutras have been given, right? So
Oh,
Vedic maths is essentially more than thousands of years ago they had developed it, but it was lost and rediscovered by Pitaji Maharaja. So if you go a little bit older and read that book, it will fascinate you. I'm sure about that.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yep.
Ujwala or Adya, do you have any questions for me? Yeah, tell me.
Yes, I have a question. So I have two questions. Like, which is the most difficult trick in Vedic maths that you feel?
I think,
And
yeah.
what is your favorite Vedic maths trick?
Okay, so the difficult thing with when I was studying Vedic maths, I found division to be a little tricky and little difficult. But then, if I spent when I spent a lot of time in understanding the system, it became really easy after that. And it was only after mastering the division that I started teaching the division method to all my students. And my favorite method, I just shared about it, is the multiplication by 11 technique. I think that's favorite of mine because I can share the essence of Vedic math with everybody with that example. So that's my favorite technique. Ujwala, what about you? Do you have any question for me?
I was having a question, but the answer says the last one that was the same question.
Okay, it was the same question. The point, do you have any question for me?
No, sir, I don't have any question.
Okay, that's so. So we had a wonderful session. Tamal says we had a wonderful session, and then Swati Kriya as well. Lovely session, and then there's a thank you message from me, I think, by Swati Keria. Thank you so much. I would like to thank Adya, Ninad, Ujwala, Dwapayan. Thank you for making it today. It was a wonderful, wonderful
Thank you so
session.
much,
I enjoyed.
sir. It was a wonderful
And,
session, sir. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir. It
much.
was wonderful.
and it was
Thank you so much.
very nice interacting with you. So
It's a
Yes,
pleasure,
sir.
Adya and
Thank you, all of
everybody.
you.
Thanks. Thank you,
thank
sir.
you everyone for
Thanks,
joining
everyone.
the session.
Thank you, Ujwala. Thank you. It was a lovely, lovely time which I had the
Thank
opportunity
you.
to spend with such young minds, and it's a privilege. So, thank you, all our viewers. A big, big namaste from my side. Thank you so much, and a lot
Thank
of
you so
love to
much to all
everybody.
of you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye for
Thank you,
Bye.
now.
everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.